Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I certainly hope that you are having a fantastic week this week. Wonderful things happening here with Human Better 365 and all of the goodness that we are creating in and amongst our community, which includes Sober Society, which includes the Her Version platform slash podcast. I am shooting live to a bunch of you today. And I certainly hope that you guys are up and at 'em and doing fantastic on this day today. Listen, today I wanted to stop in and I wanted to introduce you to a very, very brand new program that I am just launching literally today. I wanted to come to you guys live here before anything else. I am literally giving this program away. I am so excited about this. This is everything. This is the foundation of what Human Better 365 is all about. This is what all of our seminars, this is what all of our conferences, the foundation of all of them are. And it's finally in video form. It's finally in video form. We are starting with procrastination. For those of you that don't know, Human Better 365 is a human transformation company. The foundation of what we teach is all about time management, organization, and minimalism. And one of the areas in which most of our clients are having or do have some difficulty in is procrastination. So it's one of the very first things that I teach. It's normally a 2-day either one-on-one or a 2-day seminar depending on, the group or the company or whatever we're with. So it's very long. I mean, it's probably a good maybe 20 hours total with interaction and writing down and activities and exercises and all of that goodness. But what we found is it is imperative. It is imperative for human transformation to really get this down. And I am all about just building and leveling up at Human Better 365. So I knew that doing a virtual program was imperative for just this sake of being able to reach more people. So it's here. It's here. The program is called Curing the Professional Procrastinator. It is amazing. There's no sugarcoating. There's no long drawn out intros or outros or anything like that. It's straight to the point. It is exactly what a procrastinator needs. So we all know procrastination is a thing, right? 95% of the population admits to procrastinating, 5% is lying. And it's an issue. It's an issue. And the reason it's an issue is pretty self-explanatory. And the best way that I can describe it is when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to everything else. So even if you are in the midst of doing something that's like very important, like let's say you're working out and you're giving all of your attention to working out, is that something that you need to be doing? Yes, 100%. So you're saying yes to that. But when you're saying yes to that, you're also saying no to work projects, no to your spouse, no to your children, no to cleaning up your house, no to cleaning out your basement that you've been trying to clean out for the last 6 months. So, but at the same point, if you were downstairs cleaning your basement, spending the time in your basement, then again, you're not spending that time cooking. You're not spending that time working out. You're not spending that time. Do you see the thing here? So procrastination is just a thing. And what I want to let you know is it's nothing to be super guilty about. We need to kind of like let go of the guilt that comes along with procrastination, but then at the same time, realize that there is a problem and realize that it is something that needs to be addressed. So the first of all, the program that I'm selling is a 10-hour program. It's 10 hours of just amazing, jam-packed content. I give you the 13 ways. Okay, I have been in this industry for over 8 years. I have had every excuse under the book or under the under the sun, sorry, under the sun, as to why people can't get their stuff together, right? So everything. And I have created a list. It is 13. There are 13 ways in which every human on planet Earth decides that they're going to procrastinate. Now, along with those 13, so I let you in on the 13 reasons why. So we're opening up your mind. We're giving you a way to realize what's going on. We're making you self-aware of all the reasons why. But at the same time, I'm also giving you not 13, not 20, not 25, but over 35 different ways in which we can overcome these 13 procrastination habits. So it's literally jam packed. I guarantee you that if you even just take 2 to 3, if you even just take 2 to 3 of the strategies that I give in this program, the program is above me if you want to check it out. yes.humanbetter365.com/procrastinator. An unbelievable deal. I'm giving this away for $19. It's not even in our store yet. It's not even in our store yet. It will be launched in our store probably next week, and I am putting it up for $67. It will be selling at $67 in our store. I am literally giving it away to you here free because I love y'all. And I know that this will make a huge impact in your life. So the first thing that I want to cover is what is the opposite of procrastination? Because first we have to know what the opposite of the procrastination is before we can even figure out what to even do. So the opposite of procrastination, and I go into a pretty good few videos on what this is and what this means and why this is so important. What's up, Blue? And I want to talk about productivity. Productivity. I'm supposed to have a bulletin board here, and I forgot to grab it before I went live because I was so excited. But I want to talk about productivity. Productivity is the key to everything procrastination. If you are having issues with procrastination, if you don't want to spend the $19 to get the program, listen up, people, because this will open your eyes. This will open your eyes, even just this little tidbit, okay? So I want to draw 3 circles. If you want to draw 3 circles, I would love it if you drew 3 circles with me. But we're going to draw these a little bit differently. So pay attention, 1. Number 2, don't be judging my circles. So we got 1 circle, we got 2 circles, and we have 3 circles. Now we want to make sure that all 3 circles are touching each other and they're coming together in the center. They're all supposed to be the same size. So don't pay attention to this one being way bigger than all the other ones. First thing I'm going to put in this circle is time. Is time important when it comes to productivity and procrastination? Yes, 100%. The next thing I'm going to put in these circles is the word attention. If you want to be doing something, if you want to be focusing on something, does it have to have your attention? Yes. The third thing that I want you to put in these circles, I hope you're doing these with me. I don't know how to spell. I do know how to spell. I did not spell it correctly. Is energy. Yes, that says energy. So we need time, we need attention, we need energy. And what does all this equal? All of this equals productivity. You cannot have productivity without time, attention, and energy. You have to have all of them. If you don't believe me, let's do a little bit of an exercise here. If I have all the time in the world and I have time to give something all of my attention, let's say cleaning out the basement, but I have 0 energy, I am absolutely exhausted. I cannot even move out of my seat. I am so exhausted. Is the basement going to get clean? No, absolutely not. Okay, so there was that one. Let's say we have all the time in the world. All the time in the world. We have all the energy in the world. We're just bouncing off the wall. We're so excited. But We're not paying attention to the basement. Our focus is on everything else. We're working out. We're hanging out. We're building a business. Is the basement going to get clean? No, because it doesn't have our attention. Let's try the last one. Let's see. Let's say the basement has our attention. We realize it. We can't even walk down the stairs because our basement is actually throwing up the stairs. There's so much stuff in the basement that actually the door won't even close anymore. Does it have our attention? Yes, it has our attention. We have all the energy. We're Red Bulled up. We're ready to go. But we have no time. Maybe there's an emergency. Maybe other things are way more important right now. There's no time to clean the basement. Will the basement get clean? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You need all three of these in order to be productive. And what happens with procrastination is procrastination peeks in to one of these three things, interrupts you in one way or another as an excuse to not be productive. Does that make sense? But what I want to explain to you is one thing. I want to explain one thing, and I'm trying to find the example here. We need to be aware that time goes back and forth. No, time exists no matter what. So there is an unlimited amount of time. Do you agree? An unlimited amount of time. Oh my God, I can't find it. If you want to become more productive, managing your time should take a back seat to how you manage your energy and attention. Why? Because the time always exists. There's always time. So time is constantly flowing. And this is what we sometimes forget. We sometimes forget that the energy is, or the time is slowly or quickly going by all the time. There's nothing we can do. What I said 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, I started this podcast 12 minutes and 38 seconds ago. Time is just flowing. It never ever stops. So we can't control that. But what we can control is our attention and our energy. So we need to be mindful. And this is where procrastination comes into play. I'm too tired. I'm too worn out. I have to do other things. There are other things I would rather be doing. There are other things that I have to be doing. See, our attention and our energy are constantly being pulled. And these are the excuses that we use when we procrastinate. Now, listen, I'm not going to give you all 13. I am going to give you, I think I have three. Three ways. I am going to be sharing with you 3 ways in which we procrastinate out of 13. If you buy my program, the program link is up above my head. I'm selling it for $19 right now. You will never, ever, ever find this cheap again. I will be putting this up in my store in a few days, and I am going to be selling it for $67. The program is 10 hours long. It's over 60 videos jam-packed with content on how to be more productive and how to cure your professional procrastinator that's deep down inside of you. So what I'm going to be covering right now is 3 ways in which we procrastinate. Like I said, there's 13 in the program. Unbelievable what we use as excuses. And this is the thing. A lot of this is unconscious. A lot of this, we don't even know we're doing it. But we are doing it. So the first one I'm going to share with you today is actually the third one in the program, and that is perfectionism. Perfectionism. Think about that. Think about all of the things in your life. And this is what I want to remind you. There's 13 of them, but we don't use all 13. Lots of these I never have used, never will, never did. And that's going to be the same with you. Okay. The other thing you're going to notice is sometimes you use 2, 3, 4 habits or procrastination tactics, I like to call them, on one thing. So sometimes the reason things are so hard is because you have 3 or 4 different procrastination tactics on one task. And sometimes when we uncover one of them, we still have 2 more that we know nothing about, that we're not even aware of. So perfectionism, just because you use perfectionism on one task doesn't mean you used it on all the tasks. So be aware of that. There are different procrastination tactics that we use for different areas of our life. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think and meditate on that for just a second. In what areas of your life are you using perfectionism as an excuse to not do something? So perfectionism is a constant misery and cycle of stress and foundation. This means that your standards are so high. And nothing is acceptable. Nothing. If you work with a boss that has this issue, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible, because you're constantly like pinned against a wall, not able to move forward because of the perfectionism that your boss is insisting on for the business to move forward. We have all these ideas. We have all these wonderful ideas that we think would work within the context of the business, but the boss, the manager, is so entrenched in perfectionism that you never move forward with them, and thus the business kind of just lulls a little bit. We do this in our life. We do this with our family. We do this with our home. We do this with our health, with our career, with our finances. If it can't be perfect, then I don't want to do it at all. So how do you overcome something like this? Well, first of all, you want to realize that being a perfectionist leaves little to no value in your life. Very little value is added by doing something perfect. Think about this for 1 second, and you might even be able to relate to this. Paint on a wall. How many of you notice the cut on the ceiling with the paint? Now, if you're doing it yourself, perfectionism, you may go over and over and over and over and over and over that line over and over and over again until it's eventually on the freaking ceiling, because you couldn't even do it right. Then you have to go back to the store and get like the color of the ceiling matched to come home to like cut the line in the opposite direction to the ceiling. Or then you wind up doing that, but then the paint from the ceiling isn't quite right because there's dust all over the ceiling, and it's kind of like a muted white instead of a real white because of the dust. And then you have to paint the whole freaking ceiling. However, if you have a painter come in and paint all your walls, it looks perfect. But I guarantee you, if you had a painter paint your house, go around in every single one of your bedrooms today when you get home, and I want you to look at the cuts around your ceiling. They're not perfect. It's impossible. You can even say, you'll hear people say, he cuts perfect. That painter cuts perfect. It's not perfect. It isn't perfect. You were just not hyper focused on it. Your attention wasn't 100% focused on it, so it's neither here nor there. See, the painter, though, has realized that it's impossible. So he just does it the best he can. And that's what we need to realize when it comes to procrastination. You have to just go for it. You have to just do it. You can't spend hours and hours and hours and hours mulling over things over and over and over again. This is what's keeping you from leading your authentic life. This is what's keeping you from doing the things in your life that you ultimately want to be doing. How many of you know people that won't go to a gym to work out because their body isn't gym worthy? That literally makes no sense. There are people that will work out at home, lose weight, then join a gym membership to go to the gym. Perfectionism. That's what it is. And then because they haven't joined the gym, the amount of time it takes to work out at home takes forever because there's no routine, there's no diligence, there's other distractions in and around the house. Laundry, I have to clean the dishes, I have to watch TV, whatever it is, versus if you just stuck to it, joined a gym, whether you were perfect or not, and just started getting into the routine of it, the results would be much faster. See, this stuff kills us. These procrastination tactics kill us. It's crazy what we do to ourselves. It is crazy the tactics that we use that are holding us back from leading our best life. So that was the first one I'm going to give you. Number two. Now remember, for those of you just joining me, I am doing a program. I just launched this program. It is 13 habits, 13 tactics that we use to procrastinate. This program, the link is right above my head. It is 13 of the of what we use as humans to procrastinate our life, along with 35 strategies for getting over those procrastination tactics. You won't find anything like this. This is the lowest price ever. I am literally giving this away. It's $19. I'm selling it for $19. Why am I selling it for $19? Because I like y'all. And because I want you guys to succeed in life. This exact program you will see go up in our store at humanbetter365.com for $67. I will be selling this program for $67. I am giving it to you today for $19. Click the link below this video. Google the link above my head and you can get this jam-packed. It's 10 hours worth of video, 67 videos filled with amazing content on how to get over this procrastination thing and how to finally be productive in your life. Second one that I am talking about, overwhelm. The reason so many people procrastinate is because there's just too much stuff. There's just too much. There's too much stuff, too many obligations, too many responsibilities, and it just becomes a huge burden. We can't overcome this. We're tired. It takes too much energy, and it literally destroys us. You can see this on people's faces. You can literally see on people's faces when they've hit this point of overwhelm. How have they hit this point of overwhelm? First of all, they said yes to too many things. And this is a whole nother genre. This is a whole nother program on setting up boundaries for yourself, learning when to say yes and when to say no. But overwhelmed. And a lot of times this happens because we're not making decisions. We just keep procrastinating the next thing, spending too much time on the couch watching TV. The basement's throwing up over here. The dishes are piling up over here. You're forgetting to pick up your kid from soccer practice. Your spouse is irritated with you because you never follow through on anything. You're running late for work all the time. Your boss is breathing down your throat like crazy. The oil change light on, or the oil light on your car is going off. There's a weird clicky sound when the engine turns over. These are the things. And what happens is you're not doing it. And before you know it, you're up to here in things. And we are just so overwhelmed, and it gets to the point that you don't even know where to start. So what do? You just keep sitting on the couch. You just keep sitting on the couch and the cycle continues. The cycle continues. So, how do you overcome this? Start saying no. Start saying no to any more tasks. All the other tasks, they go to somebody else. You don't have time. You don't have time. You have to start working on what you have in front of you. There's no more time for anything else. Once you start peeling away these things, then you can start thinking about saying yes to a couple of more things. Ask yourself why you're feeling this way. Why are you overwhelmed? What is going on? One of the things I teach in this program is to write stuff down. Where's your list? You have a list. So many of us keep things in our brain. Our brains are not meant to be storage units. Our brains are meant to be creative. Our brains are meant to think, to create, to build, to color, not to store things, not to store the grocery list, the pickup times, the workout regimens, the things to do list, the maintenance list. There's not enough room. We have to start writing this down. We have to start being nice to ourselves and writing stuff down to be able to prioritize through a list that makes sense because we're so overwhelmed. So a lot of times it's not even like we are procrastinating on purpose. A lot of times it's just there's no energy. There's just a complete lack of energy. There's just so much on our brains, we just can't even think. We literally can't even think. So you have to refuse to procrastinate. You have to refuse. And you just have to jump head first. What is my recommendation? Do anything. Do anything. It doesn't matter where you start. If the car is about to break down, that would probably be number one, right? That would probably be number one. If your health is failing you to the point where you can't even stand up, your health is probably number one, right? So we have to use common sense when it comes to some of this stuff. But a lot of us are just kind of like mulling around with just a lot of odds and ends, just kind of floating around. Just pick one. There's no right or wrong answer. Just pick one and just start working on it right now. If you just start working on this and working on this and working on this, and every day you're just working on something, eventually they'll start to pop off. But it's refusing to procrastinate. And here, this is the thing, guys. There's 35. I have 35 ways to overcome these 13 procrastination tactics in this program above my head. There's 13 ways that we as humans procrastinate. That is ridiculous. And a lot of us have more than one procrastination tactic that we use per task. Some of our tasks literally have 3 or 4 sitting on top of them. And then we're wondering why it's so difficult for us to get going on them. Because we need to be aware, we need to open our eyes as to what tactics we're using in order to ignore those things. And that's what these strategies are all about. In my program, I'm selling this program for $19, guys. $19. It's literally basically for free. And it gives you 35 ways to overcome these tactics. The next one, indecisiveness. This is the worst. This is the worst one. The worst one, the one that we all use the most. Indecisiveness. The inability to be able to make a decision. And what's so crazy about this is what I tell my clients, and this just baffles them. See, they think that they're being sneaky. We all think we're being sneaky by not making a decision. But the actuality is that the decision to not make a decision is still a decision. You have actually made a decision to not make a decision. So you're still making a decision, my friends. You're still making a decision to go right or to go left, to say yes or to say no, to go up or to go down, or right or left, pink or blue, mauve or purple, off-white or dirty white. I don't know. Make a decision. How many of you have sat with paint swatches on your walls for more than 3 days? How about a month? I have seriously visited friends, paint swatches on the wall. 3 months later, I come back, there's still paint swatches on the wall. The same ones, not new ones, the same ones. What is going on? See, all of this stuff is sitting on our shoulders and weighing us down. We have to start making decisions quickly. Decisions quickly, move on. Decision quickly, move on. The faster you make decisions, the faster you can find out if you messed up and made the wrong decision. Not making a decision does not keep you. A lot of times, not making a decision is worse off, because now you have a house that isn't even painted one color. So even if it was the wrong off-white, at least it's all the same color now. When people come in, their eyes look around and it's lovely. Instead of the intention of painting, being so worried about picking the wrong tan, and then everyone comes in and just sees paint swatches on the wall. Totally defeats the purpose. See, this indecisiveness is also linked to perfectionism. See how those intertwine together? Do you see how those intertwine together? This is what I'm talking about. So in your thought of, I want my walls to be perfect, not painting, procrastination, coupled with not being able to make a decision. Do you see how this happens? So it comes to the point where there's more than one thing that's on top of the task. What we need to start doing is, when a task comes to us, make a plan, attack. Task comes to us, make a plan, attack. That's it. That is absolutely it. So how to overcome indecisiveness? Commit to taking action and decide to make a decision. Yes or no, up or down, right or left. Make a decision. Just do it. Just make a decision. I promise you, you will feel so much better if you just make a decision. If you buy the wrong fan for your bedroom, can you return the fan? Yes. If you buy the wrong size, the wrong cut of a desk, do I want oval or do I want square? I don't know. Can you return the desk? Yes. But you won't know which one you like better until you just get one into your office. Just get one into your office. See if you like it. If you don't like it, good. Package it up and return it and get the other one quickly, instead of sitting around for months without a desk. See that, my friends? Do you see that, my friends? We have to make decisions. Making a decision is many times not nearly as bad as making no decision. So which would you rather, have no desk or have the wrong shaped desk? I would rather have the wrong shaped desk. That's all. I would rather have a wrong shaped desk. One. Number two, I would rather be able to have the opportunity to return my desk if I don't like it. Right? This is what I'm talking about. Procrastination literally slows us down from being who we are supposed to be. We're spending so much time trying to figure out what we want to be doing that we never do it. In all areas of our life. This is our health. This is with our relationships. This is with our careers, with our finances, with our education, with our happiness. Make a decision. You find out you made a wrong decision, pivot quickly. If you're going to make mistakes, make them fast. All right. So, like I said, this program is selling for $19. If you want to check out the link, it is right above my head. I am going to give you one of the strategies. There's 35 in this program. 35 brilliant. These are brilliant. This is my industry. Okay, this is my industry. Time management, organization, minimalization, procrastination. This is what I cover. This is my passion. I'm all about getting things done quickly next, quickly next, quickly next. So I want to go over one of these strategies. There's 35 in the program. Check it out. Click the link. I'm selling this for $19. I'm literally giving this away to you guys. The strategy, 1 out of 35. This is a strategy to simplify your to-do list. So I just kind of sort of mentioned that you should have a to-do list. Write everything down. Write it all down. Okay? Now, there's some things that you need to do with that list that you can do with your list if you decide. Okay, some of these are going to resonate with you, some of them aren't. But the cool thing about it is there's 35 of them. So even if you use half of them, you're rocking and rolling into your future. Rocking and rolling into your future. And listen, the more you can adapt these strategies, the less procrastination you're going to do. And when you're doing less procrastination, there's more time to be doing the things that you ultimately want to be doing. You have so much more time. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. How many of you have looked at people before and you're like, how in the heck do they have the same amount of time in a day that I have? I don't even know how they do it. They're using these strategies. They're using these strategies. The most successful people on the planet are managing their time. When you start to manage your time, you start to manage your life. Period. End of story. Okay. To-do list. First on the list, eliminate. And there's more than this. I'm just going to give you 3. Eliminate. There are things on your list that you could manipulate or you could eliminate. For instance, for those of you that have 300 knickknacks all over your home, you know who you are. Literally knickknacks on every single corner of your house. Listen, I'm not telling you to get rid of your knickknacks. But what I am going to say is it keeping you from leading your authentic life? Is having to pick up every single one of those items and dust off every single one of those items, keeping you from being able to take dance lessons, from being able to go out on a date with your spouse, from keeping you from being able to go to dinner with your friends, from keeping you from being able to start that side hustle or that hobby that you've been wanting because you're spending so much time dusting elephants. See, this is my minimalization program. Minimizing. What are the things on your to-do list that you could manipulate if you weren't married to the thought of getting rid of all the penguins collectibles in your house? See, this is something to think about. Some of us have OCDs that are just insane. Like having to vacuum every single day, having to make sure that all the lines are correct. These are real things that people do. These are real things that I have encountered that people insist on, and it is wasting time. It is wasting time. So eliminate some of these things. Only you know. Only you know what on your list can be eliminated. When you make your bed, I think it's important to make your bed in the morning. But do you have 17 pillows? Do you have 17 pillows and a teddy bear and a heart-shaped pillow that you have to put on your bed and take off your bed every single time you make your bed? This is brain power, people. This is energy that is being wasted for what? For what? This is your own prerogative. You can take what you want and you can leave the rest. But I'm telling you, there are things on your daily to-do list that you are putting on yourself, that you are putting on yourself that are not necessary. They are not necessary. And it's unfortunate that you're putting these extra things. There are literally people out there that have 300 knickknacks that have all of this 300 knickknacks, and they have to vacuum the right way, and they have 17 pillows on all of it. That's like an hour and a half. Well, you're probably not dusting every day, but that is probably a good 3 hours a week wasted. Just wasted. On what? On what is going on? Can you eliminate some of that off your to-do list? This is why we're overwhelmed. So instead of cleaning out your basement that's throwing up to the main floor of your house, you're dusting all your turtles. This is something that we really need to be thinking about. And that's what this program is all about, is to get you to think. I'm not telling you to get rid of your turtles. You can keep all your turtles. But I'm also asking you, where are you as far as the procrastinating? Where are you? What areas of your life are you putting aside that are very, very important? And you're using other dumb things in your life as a priority, as a mask, as an excuse to not move forward in your life. The next one is delegate. Delegate. Thank you. When you are looking at that to-do list, what on that list can you delegate? There are things that other people can be doing, and this is where perfectionism comes into play. You want to make sure that everything is done absolutely perfectly, so you don't want to delegate it to anybody else. But what happens? What happens if somebody accidentally does it wrong? What happens if you delegate vacuuming and the lines aren't perfect? What happens? Does something happen? Literally nothing happens. Are you trying to register for Better Homes and Gardens? Is Better Homes and Gardens coming to your house today to check out the lines in your carpeting? No. Well, then let your little 10-year-old vacuum. Let your little 10-year-old vacuum, and let him vacuum however he wants. Maybe he likes circles. Maybe she likes to make a flower. I used to like to make like a fan, like this, and it looked beautiful. That's what I liked to do. Delegate. Delegate the dishwashing. Delegate the laundry. My son was doing his own laundry by 5. Pull up a stool to that washer and dryer. By 5 years old, he was doing his own laundry. By 6-year-old, he was making his own lunch. By 7 years old, he was doing all the chores in the house. He's capable. He's capable. This is how you teach your children. Do you have a roommate? Do you have a spouse? You can be delegating some of your list to the people in your home. If you are by yourself, if you are all by yourself, you don't get off the hook that easily. You can hire somebody. And I go into a whole thing on this in this program about how much is your money and your time worth. If you hire somebody to clean your house once a week, but then during that 3-hour time stint, you can sit and you can start working on a side business, or a side hustle, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Only you know. Delegate. So there's your list, right? You should be going down your list, be thinking of it. What can I eliminate? 2 or 3 things. What can I delegate? 2 or 3 things. Dude, that just cut your list in a third. That literally just took 6 things off your list. Start shooting text messages to the people in your house. Do this by Friday. If your children need a little compensation, throw them $2. They don't know. They don't know. I was paying my son quarters at the age of 5. Quarters. He thought he was a millionaire. You can do that. That is okay for you to do. Then what happens is then you have time to then take your son to the park. See how that works? My son and I, there was a time when him and I first moved down to Florida. We went to the beach every single day, every day. He would come home from school, first thing, go to the beach. Most parents, first thing, do homework. Mine was first thing, go to the beach. We went boogie boarding. We went boogie boarding every single day. Why? Because he helped me do all of the other things in the house. So there was time. There was time to spend quality time with him because our chores were, I delegated chores to him. He was doing his own laundry. He was helping with dinner. He was making his own lunch. He was sweeping. He was mopping. So because an hour or 2 hours a day that I would normally spend doing all of this stuff was cut down to an hour, I had an hour. We lived right across the street from the beach. Let me put that in there. So we just literally walked across the street. But we literally went boogie boarding every single day. I mean, how phenomenal is that? Because I learned how to delegate. Because I learned how to eliminate. I have no knickknacks in my house. I have like maybe 2 things that my son gave me, little trinkets. I have nothing. I have no knickknacks in my house at all. I don't have time. I do not have time. Even mirrors, cleaning mirrors, I hate it. I don't have time to freaking clean mirrors. I'm busy living my life, doing things, making things happen, building an empire, spending time with the people that I love, creating, building. I don't have time to wipe down and dust down horses or little knick-knack turtles. It isn't something that interests me. I would much rather be out. I would much rather be building. And that's what you have to find out. I just did an awesome podcast today. And we were talking about how we need to know what we want. We need to know what we want, and we have to know why we want it. What do you want to be doing? What do you want to be doing, and why? Why do you want to be doing it? See, once we get connected with the what and then the why, dude, you'll start to realize how you need to start being more productive in your life so that you can start doing the things that matter. You have to manage your time. You have to start paying attention to the things that need to get done. You need to start making sure that you have enough energy. You need to get your health back, your energy up. Knowing what you want and why you want it energizes you. And when you have all 3 of these things, these are the things that keep you productive. And when you are productive, there's no time for procrastinating. The old you of being a professional procrastinator falls by the wayside. It falls by the wayside. Number 3, automate. Okay, so we covered eliminate. A few of you just popped up. We covered eliminate. Eliminate the things in your life that you don't need to be doing. There are some. Everybody has dumb things that they're doing in their life. Watching too many TikTok videos, watching too many cat videos, watching too much Netflix, taking naps in the middle of the day, insisting on having 17 pillows on your bed, having a house full of knickknacks that you have to dust every single week. There are things. There are things that you are insisting on doing in your life that are holding you back. You need to eliminate them. Not all of them, or you can do all of them. That would be great. You don't have to. Next one is delegate. Put your 10-year-old to work. Give your 10-year-old a broom today and tell him to sweep some stuff. He's going to moan. He's going to cry. That's fine. I did that too. I also moaned and cried. Did you moan and cry? You probably did. That is normal. That is normal. You moan it. They can moan and cry. Then you have an extra hour at the end of the day to go to the park. See, my son knew that. I told him that. You help me and then we can have fun. Big stuff that we used to do. Clearing out entire attics, helping me move, clearing out basements. You help me do this for 2 hours straight, 0 distractions. We get pizza. Dude, they freaking love that. They love that. So delegate. Last one, automate. And there's more than this. There's more than this. Just in this section right here that I'm reading. Automate. I cannot even tell you how many people I work with that still are not automating their bills or their banking. It's crazy. Still taking the time with a paper check, going to the bank, waiting in a line with a deposit slip, signing the back, and putting it in. Paying bills with an envelope and a stamp. Time wasted. Time wasted. Going through the mail, going into the mailbox, grabbing the mail, putting the mail in a big pile, junk mail and all. Just a big, huge pile. Then you look at it at the end of the week. That's exhausting. Even though 3/4 of it is junk mail, it looks exhausting. So then you don't do it that week. You wait a whole nother week until the pile's literally like this. And then we're wondering why we're procrastinating it. See, there needs to be action immediately. You go to the mailbox, you grab the mail, then you go right to the trash can immediately. You open the trash can and you pull the junk mail out immediately. That needs to be done. Right away, action. Right away, action. Bills need to be opened up. There needs to be a pile for file and a pile for paying. That's step one. Some people don't want to automate their bills. I'm going to recommend you to automate. Go to your bank. Ask them, how do I do this? Take a couple hours out of your week to sit down and figure it out. You can literally Google anything. How to automate my bills. I guarantee you, I've never looked this up, but I guarantee you, if you Googled how to pay my bills online, there are probably 100 plus videos teaching you how to pay your bills online. And if there isn't, which there is, just read the bill. There's an area that says pay online. It tells you. Go to that website. Click the links. It is literally easy as pie. You get to do it from your couch. And then once you take that heartache of sitting there and figuring that out for 30 minutes, then every single month going forward for the rest of your life, it literally takes 1 minute. They send you an email, you click. That's it. Literally a minute. Instead of having to open the bill, look at the bill, go get your checkbook, write out your checkbook, write it in the register, get the envelope. There's no stamps. There's never any stamps. Never stamps. You can say, but there's always no stamps. So then you have to go get stamps. What is that all about? Automate. Trust me. Trust me in this. Automate your stuff. If you're not looking to automate and you're old school, listen, that's fine. But then at least adapt what I was telling you as far as mailbox to trash. Throw the junk mail away immediately. Open the envelopes immediately. I've done this with some clients who just refuse to automate, which frustrates me so bad. Open up the envelopes. Do not keep the envelopes closed. Open them up. Throw away the main envelope. File away immediately anything that needs to be filed immediately. What? It takes 30 seconds to walk into your office, open a drawer, and drop it in a file. Anything that can be done in under 5 minutes should be done immediately. Mail is one of those. So this was good. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We went over 3 procrastination tactics out of 13. Hit the link below this video or Google the link above my head. I just finished a new course, How to Cure the Professional Procrastinator. It is jam-packed. I promise you, jam-packed with so much information. Your productivity is going to go from like mulling around right here, just chilling, watching a Netflix, to literally off the screen. Just insanity if you start implementing the things that are being talked about. So there's 13 different ways that humans procrastinate. I list all 13 of them in the program below or above my head. You are going to love this. This is going to be a discovery of self-awareness. You are going to have so many aha moments. It is going to rock your world. I am literally giving this program away. It is $19. It's insane. It will never be sold for this price again. You will see this program up in our store at humanbetter365.com. In about a week, I will be selling it for $67. $67. Right now, $19. 13 different ways we procrastinate. Number 1. Number 2 in this program, 35 strategies that all the successful people in the world use to overcome procrastination. 35 tactics. It is crazy how much information I jammed into this. It is 10 hours long. It's over 60 videos. Over 60 videos filled with content. You can literally listen to it on your drive. You will have, on your drive to work, you will have the entire thing completed by the end of the week, and you can just start knocking things off your list one by one by one. Listen, as always, I do in person. If this is something that you need, if this is something your company needs, if this is something your family needs, I do in person this exact same one with all of the exercises, all of the strategies. We go over how to do it in real time. Actionable steps. Actionable steps are happening. I do coaching programs in general. You can always reach out to me at any time. I am very, very active on Facebook, over any other platform. This video is streaming across, I think, 3 YouTube videos, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter today. So I'm going to say hello to all of the people that were on here today supporting me. I so appreciate it. Make sure that you grab this program right now. Grab it right now. You can thank me later, for real. You can thank me later. This is everything. This is the foundation of all of the areas as to why we can't move forward in our life. What is holding you back? Procrastination. It's always procrastination. Lack of time management, lack of organization. That is the foundation of Human Better 365. I believe wholeheartedly it is everything. It is everything. We need to get this down before we figure out anything else. You could be going 100 miles an hour in your health and feeling good. I guarantee you every other area of your life is a freaking mess because you haven't figured out the time management thing. You're still procrastinating in other areas of your life. That's the same with work. People are doing super well with work. Their relationship is falling apart. Their health is falling apart. See, until we can get down this time management thing and really start to realize, where's my circles at? Really start to realize this time, attention, energy, how to handle this, how to balance it. It's just going to be a mess. With this $19 program, I am also selling my 90-day Envision Your Best Life planner, also cheaper. I think I'm selling it for $25. Online, I'm selling it for $30 in our store. So this is unbelievable. This is an unbelievable offer that I'm giving to you guys today here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Awesome podcast coming up tomorrow with Angela. So make sure you check us out then.